If you have any of these diseases or health challenges, we advise you to get tested for the Epstein-Barr virus. On the recap for the herb of the month, we talked about alternative healings, we talked about original healing, we talked about some of the products that we offer, thyroid formula, iodine, immune support. We talked about quite a bit of stuff. I'm Forrest Gump.
I'm Todd Lyman.
So,
to the fourth.
Okay, now we're into the fourth video, and I'm going to do a little recap, herb of the month, which is the thyroid. We've talked about quite a bit of stuff. We talked about alternative healing. We talked about original healing options. We talked about our thyroid formula, our immune support formula, our iodine, our vitamin C. We talked about herbs that we know will assist your body when it comes to the Epstein-Barr virus, because the thyroid issue is more than related to the Epstein-Barr virus. I'm going to read a quick passage out of one of our studies, because we study. So I'm going to read something out of one of our studies, and I want you guys to really listen to this and hear what's actually being said, what your symptoms mean. Now, you got a lot of symptoms. So what do they mean? As I've said, thyroid issues themselves are not symptomatic to the degree experts think. They are not, in fact, the problem. They're only a signal, a clue, a puzzle piece to the much bigger picture that is Epstein-Barr virus. For that reason, in the list to come, all of the labels for thyroid illnesses are included as symptoms of the thyroid virus. This may seem surprising at first. As you take in the information, you'll see why it makes sense. In the list, you'll also find that those health problems more commonly known as symptoms, such as memory loss, body temperature fluctuation, chills, night sweats, heart palpitations, you'll see that these are nearly always symptoms of EBV, Epstein-Barr virus. Though some of them can have other explanations. For example, muscle cramps can also occur as a result of nutrient deficiencies, or you may get a mild fever from severe dehydration. If you come to this book with a thyroid issue, or you experience multiple issues on this list, there's a good chance that the given explanation for a symptom below describes what's going on for you. Before reading, there's something important to keep in mind. What you find here won't be misinformed theories or standard explanation with non-useful information. You're about to enter a new territory regarding what causes a given symptom or condition. I said all that to say, if your doctor doesn't know that you have the Epstein-Barr virus, he cannot diagnose you correctly. We at Herbs of the Forest want you to do just that. Go and get checked. At least find out if you have the Epstein-Barr virus. I wholeheartedly believe the list of symptoms that we are learning that are associated with the Epstein-Barr virus is too many to mention, but it's every one you have ever heard of. You name the symptom, it's probably related to the Epstein-Barr virus, because as Todd stated before, the Epstein-Barr virus, they stopped doing research on it, and when they did that, it advanced itself to 60 different stages. Did I say that right?
60 different strands.
60 different strands. I know I'm not saying everything you need to know, because it was so complicated in my studies that each strand had, 10 different options to it, or
6 different groups. And
6 different groups.
Each group had about 10 different versions of the virus. So group 1 was mild, group 6 was severe. So as you escalate up the numbers, the virus is more aggressive. So depending on your triggers and which version of the virus you get, that's what dictates what disease you're going to end up getting. So some of the strands might start, they target the liver. So you might end up with, if you let it go too far, you might end up with multiple sclerosis. Some of them deal targeting, you end up with lupus. There's some that are targeting the liver. So they're all going to eventually try to get to the nervous system, but it's about where they're starting at and how to arrest the virus.
Now, I know y'all just heard that. Now, you probably don't even know that you got it. You probably never even heard of it. But this is serious, because if what I'm learning is true, almost every disease mentioned in what we're learning right now involves the Epstein-Barr virus being undiagnosed, running rampant in your system with this many versions of it. that would do all the damage that you're faced with, lupus, multiple sclerosis, I can't even say some of these doggone names, rheumatoid arthritis, cancer, prostate problems, high blood pressure, you name it.
All the triggers that are out there that cause the virus to become more active, stress. And even stuff like having people driving to work and people honking at your alarm clocks and having divorces. These are all stressful things that cause the immune system to get shut down a little bit unless the virus get more out there.
So if you got any questions, this segment was strictly about your thyroid, but it actually went a little bit further because it kind of basically just told you if you're facing any illnesses, the odds are it might be this one culprit. I'm calling him one, but he's 60 times stronger than what I'm basically saying. So if you got questions, reach out to us because we're here and we truly do want to help. It is not about getting you into some office and trying to rape you for money. No, we're offering education. Now tell me this, from the other side, how many places have you gone where they've offered you information and asked you to participate in learning about you and how to heal you better?
Now, people have to realize that they have to take personal responsibility for their own health. It's your body. And if you don't miss your health until you don't have it, then you have to pay lots of money to try to reclaim it. See, it's your responsibility. If you let your health get so bad that you end up transitioning prematurely back to the spiritual realm, you want to leave a lot of people here that's going to miss you. You didn't have to die premature. This is really kind of like dear to me because I had a friend when I was in college, my freshman year, and she died from lupus. She went home for the summer. I was like 17. I'm like, I'm not prepared to deal with that, And I think, honestly, I actually blocked it out for at least 5 or 6 years. I didn't even think about her for 5 or 6 years because it was so traumatic for me. How do you go home, you're 17 years old, you're partying 1 week, and you go home for the summer and you die from some strange disease called lupus that I never heard of.
But see, to me, that's the problem. Lupus is just a name given for something that's unknown and that's happening in your body. Rheumatoid arthritis is a name given for the actual unknown entity that's destroying your body. So all these different names are not the cause. Lupus ain't the cause. Lupus is a symptom of the cause. Every disease that we have named so far has been nothing less than the symptom of the actual cause. If you never address the cause, you can't heal from getting rid of the symptom. You can only heal from getting rid of the cause.
You know what? I'm gonna say this: if you don't learn nothing from anything that we learned today, what you can do to make sure your health is better is, if you don't remember the herbs we mentioned, you don't remember the Epstein-Barr virus, you don't remember any of that stuff. If you do nothing else besides eat raw fruits and vegetables, that is going to do a major impact on your health as far as providing you with the minerals and the nutrients to keep your immune system strong and to keep your body strong, to help and actually remove the toxicity from your body that's causing this virus to get out of control. So if you don't take nothing, if you don't remember none of that, this is all way over your head. You're not even trying to even hear all this. If you don't do nothing besides, what, I'm gonna eat every day from like 7 or 8 different colors. I'm gonna have, red bell peppers and green lettuce, and I'm gonna have some orange carrots. That in itself will do a lot of help for you.
Because toxicity is the main culprit for the Epstein-Barr virus. Toxicity is the main culprit for the herpes virus. These two guys are from the same family, guys, and herpes ain't going nowhere no time soon. Well, now you're learning that the Epstein-Barr virus is from the herpes family. Look at how they destroy.
It's arguably more dangerous than the herpes virus.
Well, because they eat away at you slowly but surely. And you don't even know that it's there because you're not even being tested for it. And you're not even asking to be tested for it. But the worst part of that is they're not even testing you for it. How many of your doctors have said anything to you about the Epstein-Barr virus? Well, let me test you for the Epstein-Barr virus. Think about that for a second. Answer that question. Chat with us back. Text us back in the box. Tell me how many people, doctors, have tested you for the Epstein-Barr virus without you asking them to. Now, when you do that, that's going to tell you, if your doc didn't say nothing to you, it ain't his fault. It ain't your fault. He just didn't know. And we can't blame it for not knowing.
You can't do better till you know better. And now you guys all know better. So you shouldn't. There's no excuse for not getting for going to Kaiser or wherever you go to get your medical insurance. Wherever you have that at, you need to be asking for that Epstein-Barr virus test.
But this is nothing to be afraid of. This thing is going to slowly eat away at you, but you can stop it. Now, you said something in the last video. You said, I don't want him to stop it. What do you mean by that?
You think the goal is to get rid of this Epstein-Barr virus completely, 100% eradicate. That's what common sense would tell you want to do. I'm here to tell you that that's not what you want to do. What you want to do is get rid of 90%. Because if some of the virus is still there, your immune system is always on alert. Like for example, if the firefighter never has a fire, he's going to get complacent. And when he does have a fire, he's going to have to remember, man, what do I do? What do I do in this situation? Because I ain't had this problem in a while. But because when you don't eradicate it completely, the immune system has to will always remember how to respond to this virus. So that's why I say it's not, first of all, it's going to be very difficult to get rid of 100% of it anyway, but it's not even difficult. What you want to do is get rid of 90% of it, so your immune system is still on guard. Like, we know what's up. So you get crazy, we jump out and get you again. So that's why I say it's not really necessary to get rid of. I was also going to talk about if you don't have a thyroid gland, or if your thyroid gland is compromised. There's a thing called 2 thyroids are better than 1. And what the hell does that mean? And so what that means is, what you don't realize is you are electromagnetic, and the thyroid gland sends out electrical impulses to the rest of the body. So it's called the second brain, but it communicates with all the other parts of the body and says, okay, there's a weakness in the kidney, we're going to do that. So it's constantly readjusting back to homeostasis, where your body's supposed to. So it records what health is supposed to look like, and it always tries to rebalance yourself back to that. Now, if your thyroid gland is compromised or not operating optimally, people don't know this, I'm going to tell you this. You're not going to get into this from anybody but us. Your thyroid gland can call out for help. So if you are in the proximity of someone within about within arm's reach, your thyroid gland, if it can't function optimally, it can call out to another thyroid gland to assist it. And it can say, this thyroid gland will actually respond to that message. And be like, okay, I'm going to send a message for you, for your to get this, to tell your other organs what to do. So it will help you. And so that's why it's really important to hug people, stay clean, be close. So even I know a lot of people aren't doing that now because of social distancing, but it's important to hug people, your children, and stuff like that, because if your thyroid gland is not strong, or it's gone, or stuff like that, another thyroid gland can't help you. And now, secondly, if you have a compromised thyroid gland, the body has backup systems. Your adrenal glands will create a hormone that mimics the thyroxine that your thyroid produces. So it can still do a lot of the things. It's not as efficient, but it does have a backup system. So the endocrine system is very, very advanced. So make no mistake, you don't have to worry about this. This virus can never actually, if you do the things you're supposed to, the immune system will always come on top of this virus.
So in other words, you don't really you can't get rid of the virus completely, first and foremost. The virus, what happens is the virus goes dormant. You keep it at bay by the changes in the herbs, by lowering the toxicity in your body and bringing in the minerals and nutrients you're supposed to do, and eating right. Those are the things that will actually make it go dormant. Just like when it enters your body at a dormant state. It lies dormant and it waits till it's triggered or turned on. Herpes is exactly the same way. Herpes is the virus that lays dormant in your system, and it only flares when it's triggered. But herpes doesn't kill you. It only flares when it triggers and you have those specific different symptoms. The Epstein-Barr virus, to me, is a lot worse in that it begins to attack it actually burrows into your organs, and then it makes the body go in and try to fight it and try to destroy it. Because that's what the body does. So that's a little bit worse than the herpes virus, if you ask me. Go get tested. Go get checked. There's a lot we know that we can help you with. All you got to do is reach out and ask, and get on a journey of learning. We share our information with you. You just got to reach out and for us to do that.
Go to our website. We try to keep all the. We're trying to post some recipes and some things you can do for different ailments. But definitely for septic virus, go to our website, or you can call us at 888-619-4372.
Okay, and my name is Forrest, and I'm with Herbs of the Forest.
My name is Todd Lytle. Thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening, guys.